What's up everybody, and welcome again to another show of Era of the Geeks, and today I've got a review of the Aerocool Project 7 or P7C1.
Whether it's a low-budget PC or building a 17,000 or even 40,000 ringgit gaming system, Lucro PC has got you covered. Check out the link below for a free system quote today.
So first things first, before we start this review, please do consider subscribing to the channel because I will make more and more videos, and thank you to Aerocool for sending this out. So this case has all the bells and whistles that you would expect. It has a PSU shroud, it has tempered glass, which a lot of case manufacturers are revolving the design around RGB lights and tempered glass. Well, this case has a little bit of a design point. As you can see at the front, it's got like a gate to some other kind of a dimension kind of thing that's going on. It does look edgy and it does look really nice once you set it up and have got the lights and everything. There's a lot of different color cycles that you can have, that you can choose from. There's a lot of modes, and it comes with its own RGB lighting inside with the LED strip. That's about, I think it's about 30 centimeters. So the case itself weighs in at 6.8 kilograms. Now I know most of you might think it's kind of heavy, but you know, I mean, kind of like me. Gay! I'm sorry, I'm just feeling a little bit crazy here. Now the front area supports radiators from 240 to 360 or 280 millimeters. Now if you're building a custom water cooling setup right in here, I would consider getting the 360 millimeter, not the monstrous type like the very thick radiator. Just get the slightly thicker than normal AIOs would use for their AIO radiators. That would be fine, because if you get a monstrous thick kind of radiator, it's gonna be I'm not so sure whether it's gonna fit at the front radiator up to 360. But if you're planning to do a 240 or 280 radiator, then it will be fine, because there's a lot of clearance. And speaking of clearance, there is up to 400 millimeters of graphic card clearance. Basically put in almost any graphic card that you want, provided there is no fan at the front. If there is a fan and a radiator, you might want to reconsider the length and the size and everything. So the height of the CPU cooler, as you can see right now, I'm using an AIO water cooler, but the height of the CPU cooler that you can put is 165 millimeter, and also at the top you can also put another radiator or another AIO if you want. If you don't want to put it at the front, you can put it at the top or even at the back for 120 millimeter radiator kind of setup. Cable management at the back, well, it was good. It's okay. There's a ample space, but I wish there would be just a slight little more of a space, because I had a slightly hard time to do some cable management and to close back the lid at the back, back of the case. So it's a little bit tricky. Sometimes you have to use both hands and some of your feet. When you have a lot of cables inside, you tend to use your legs, your knee to push in the case and then slide it back in. Now for storage support, there is 4 native support for SSD 2.5 inch and 2 spaces for hard disk. Also, those 2 hard disk spaces can also accommodate 2 SSDs as well, so you're covered up to 6 SSDs if you want to go crazy with a lot of SSD storage. Maybe you have a lot of money, then you wanna invest in a lot of SSDs, then that's fine with me. The design of this case, like I said, it's edgy, it looks futuristic, it's designed for gamers, and they also advertise on their website this PC sitting on a desk in an office. So theoretically, what they're targeting is both sides of the market, work and gaming, and probably because of the lighting that you can change, so it would look more professional, like kind of bluish like that. So your clients, when they come into the office, they won't be like, wow, that RGB colors. So yeah, I think they won't be confused, except for the tempered glass, some of the lightings that are not in normal office computers, but it would look nice. Now the part about the SSD storage at the front, well, this motherboard that I'm using, the Asus Crosshair 6 Hero, the USB 3.0 is at the bottom. So as you know, USB 3.0 cables are annoying as hell, so I didn't bother to put the cables inside at all, because of the SSD mount is right smack in front of the USB 3 port. So I weighed in, I figured I have a lot of USB ports at the back of the motherboard, so I won't be using the front panel. And speaking of front panel, I really do appreciate there is a SD card reader. Well, because like I said, they targeted the office works as well, and I think most probably creative professionals as well. So there is a native card reader at the front, and it connects directly to your USB port on your motherboard, so that is another plus as well. Well, the price is a little bit left to be desired. It's about 350 range to 399 ringgit depending on where you buy it. So I think most of you would think it's a little bit on the expensive side, but I think it's spot on because it has a tempered glass, it's got its own RGB, there's a SD card reader at the front, there's abundance of IO ports at the front. It's a clean design, there's a lot of space that you can do within this case. Like I said, in the front, in the top, and the back as well, there's a lot of radiator support, fan support. I think that price range around 350 to 399 ringgit is spot on. Wow, spot on. When did I start using that? Jolly good old chap. So that concludes this video of the Aerocool Project 7. Do I like this case? Well, I'm using it as my own daily driver right now. So yes, I do like it. And I do like the design. And I do like the RGB. It is executed well. I'm feeling a bit more energetic, don't I? So don't forget, like this video. If you liked it, dislike, well, don't dislike the video. Be nice. And comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Era of the Geeks, baby.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited. So gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a plan. Pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan.